Oh. Hi. Thought I'd show off this t-shirt here from FPL Juice. Yeah? On the back here. Yeah, I was sent this from James, the producer, on from FPL Juice, obviously. There's their cup as well. Drinking tap water out of that. Oh my god. Yeah, hello everybody, welcome to another video, which is probably going to be the last one, regarding these reacting to comments, even though it's not even reacting, it's just replying to comments via video format. And yeah, like I said, last night I came home and I saw a package on the side, and essentially I knew instantly what it was. And I opened it and I just couldn't believe not only what they sent me, because I assumed it was going to be one of their football shirts. So when James asked me what size t-shirt I am, I assumed he was referring to the football t-shirt. So I just went, oh, XL. He never once mentioned a vest. And the problem is that because it's an XL, it's too small. So with vests or with my cut-off sleeves, with my deathcore tops, I always go with 3XL. And yeah, this is just way too small. Way too small. But I have actually messaged him to say, look, just give me the details and I'll happily pay for a 3XL. Out of my hard-earned cash, which I can just about afford. But yeah, I just want to make this. Here we are, Tyler, another one for your snakes and ladders. Is these videos aren't done for sympathy or please give us praise and whatever. It's just a bloke behind the camera chatting absolute nonsense, replying to comments which people have sent in. As I've stated before, the members have decided to stop writing comments for whatever reason. Even in the members chat on Discord, they don't even write anything. So there's nothing for me to comment on. So I just decided, well, I may as well just do it with the public ones then. And people will say things which are going to get a reaction out of myself, and I will reply to it. And as Ray said to me on a voice message, who's Ray, you may ask? But Ray Qureshi, he sent me a voice message, just said, look mate, I love the fact that you're just so... this wasn't actually to do with anything on Elite FPL, this is just to do with my own personal social media on Twitter, but I just did a funny video of myself doing a Hulk Hogan style pose. In these shirts, in this vest, sorry. And he just sent me a voice message. I found it really, really funny. You don't take yourself too seriously and so on and so forth. It's like, no, I know. But everybody does. This is the problem. Everybody takes themselves way too seriously. Everybody thinks there's something special. Doesn't matter who you are, you're so self-indulged. Actually, I take that back. Not everybody. A lot of people. They're so self-indulged in themselves that they're more interested in some ways, almost like advertising themselves in ways in which they're making out that there's something special when they're not. Again, I always refer to the gym world, and I always use the example of, great, you've got a big set of arms, now what? I'm here giving you praise, now what? Because I'm not really interested in your arms, I'm interested in you as a person. Oh, there's nothing about you, brilliant. It's the same with girls, isn't it? On Instagram or TikTok. Look at me, I'm really sexy. Yep. Now what? Whoop-de-doo, you got a pair of nice boobs, you got a nice bum. Now what? Well done, you can take a really nice picture of yourself at the perfect lighting and the perfect angle, etc. Now what? If you got nothing about you, I as a person am not interested. And like I say, it's like I work with individuals and their attitude is I'm a manager. Right? Whoop-de-doo. I respect the fact you're a manager, but I don't really give a shit about you as a person, because you as a person has got this attitude of, well, I'm a manager. You should be bowing before me. No, I shouldn't. It just goes on and on and on. And yeah, with these types of videos and everything, they're just, like I said, they're just a bloke behind a camera responding to comments like you would do in real life. You know, you've got people in real life. I hate that term as well, real life. But in your everyday life, you've got people that can hold up a conversation and you can genuinely chat with them. And then you've got the ones which are so fucking miserable and boring and just, I don't want to talk to them. Unfortunately, there are more and more people that are just zombies. And it's just horrendous. But anyway, I've got a book to read, so this is going to annoy people. I'll start with the YouTube comments, because most of them are just straightforward sentences. Some of them, a couple were put in the held to review, or held for review, as it says here. Someone called Mac N saying, the subs will come, mate. At least you got the real ones who follow the no bullshit, straight to the point attitude. As you say, you appeal to an older audience, in my opinion. I like that you guys actually have interactions with the viewers each week and include them in content as well. For sure, this is my go-to channel for content. If people unsub, fuck them, keep it going. Scotland Investor saying, the worst part, this is regarding the price changes. The worst part of the price changes is selling someone who made you 0.1 profit on, and you didn't even get the 0.1 because it rounds back down to the fucking same price you paid and the squad value going down. It's absolute shit. Yes, I agree. I understand the principle of the game of, like, for every 0.2 this individual rises, you will get 0.1 profit. I get all that. But surely it would just make the game more fun if a player just goes up in price, you get the price rise, that's it, done. And I was thinking about this today, actually, regarding, like, because a lot of people were agreeing about my point about the transparency with price rises and falls. And just, I make this point that imagine on the website and on Twitter that literally it said, this is the countdown to the price changes, and these are the players that are going to go up in price or down in price. And then they give you like a live update of, this player looks like they're going to drop tonight, or this player looks like they're going to rise tonight. Will you be bringing him in? Will you be bringing in Eddie Nketiah? He's, I don't know, 100 buys away from going up by 0.7. So will you be that 100th person that gets him in for 0.5 before he goes up to 5.6? I don't know, play around with it. But instead, we're all just here to... I mean, who went up last night? Slabitza, or whatever his fucking name is, from Liverpool. Where did that come from? But if you're on the website and you're seeing that whatever his bloody name is going up in price, people are just going to be like, oh, well, whatever. But when you go on FPL statistics, it's saying someone like Salah's going to go up in price. People are like, fuck, got to bring him in, when actually they don't need to bring him in because he's not actually going to go up in price at all. And I do think that it is something that the actual game needs to work on regarding the price changes. There's a lot of comments here. Here we go. Right. Soccer Soul saying, I agree with the FPL website. They should highlight the price changes. Craigie Boy saying, keep going, Steve. The subscribers will come. Best FPL content ever. I wouldn't go that far, but thank you. It's, like I said, it's certainly a channel which is for people that want to, I don't know, just hear anything but tell me what to do, basically. And it is involving the community. Let's not piss about here. It is involving you. PK7 also talking about the price rises, saying the session is a great idea. It actually made me wonder why there isn't a way it works in the first place. Yeah, exactly. Why they haven't done this in the first place. United 1978 saying, anyone else finding FPL so boring and less exciting this year? And then Scotland Investor just replied with, it's my first season playing FPL and I'm already bored of it. I prefer Sky. And yeah, and unfortunately for me personally, I'm not suggesting my love of FPL is gone and my love of Sky has shot through the roof, but certainly I think with Sky it is a lot more rewarding. In fact, it's a hell of a lot more rewarding than FPL. And I think that maybe the more people realise this, the more people may jump over. But I'm on the understanding that Sky's only for UK-based people. I'm pretty certain that's the case. So, but yeah, the fact that it's free and there's £50,000 up for grabs. I do think that there is a lot that FPL could learn from Sky, but Rono saying here, newly discovered this chap's content. He's very likable, isn't he? Engaging, really rate the guy. He should have more subscribers. And I just made the point that you got to remember Jason as well, and obviously he replied, well, yeah, sorry, I did mean Jason as well. Don't underestimate the light it brings to us followers. And I will make this point now, which in fact I'll say it in a minute from the Discord comments. Michael Dawson, fucking hell, Michael Lawson, Alex Dawson, Alec Dawson. How many fucking people that sound like Orson follow this channel? You're spotting about the transfer predictions. I completely changed my plans when Botman went up just before his 12-pointer. I didn't pick him out of rage and then bought him in the week after. He's been injured ever since. My season has been fucked. Yep. Peppermint Freedom saying, in almost 2 decades of playing FPL, the number of times I've had someone come off the bench and score me points can probably be counted on one hand. Some people are just born luck boxes. Yeah. Obviously that's referring to Tyler, who had Mbuemo coming off for 13 points, and I was obviously making the point about the fact that I had Matty Cash luckily coming off the bench. Coming off the bench. But it's very, 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 very rare. And like I said, a lot of these people, like I only just discovered really that this Salah goal that he scored at the weekend was very, very, very fortuitous. And the common denominating line that I've heard is, as Turner got Salah in his football team, in his FPL team, basically. That's how comical the goal was. Scott Fitz saying here, it's a long one. You can turn it around. I think the two of you might have to play the game just a little bit though. I don't mean abandoning your core principles of being real. I think that's your strength, in fact. What I mean is try and react to what is working and what is not. Like the collab video stream you did was a really positive thing, so push that aside for a while. When I read this comment, I have no idea what you're talking about. Collaborating stream. I generally don't know what you're talking about there. Unless you're referring to, obviously, with Matt from the volley, where I was raging with that. I hated it. Because not doing the collab, not talking him out or anything, but the fucking YouTube cocking up. And yes, I know it was a worldwide meltdown, whatever you want to call it. But that, deep down inside, I was fucking fuming. Because we're doing a stream covering Jason's team in Man United versus Man City. We're doing it with a very small channel, but we're doing it with them. Jason and Matt are genuinely hitting it off really, really well. I'm just sat here just watching the game. And we're finding out that we can't really broadcast to YouTube because it's broken. Brilliant. It's really frustrating when that happens. But certainly, I will continue saying this, and it is a bad thing on my behalf. But collaborating with people, as I've discussed to death on Total Stevo, it's difficult because it's all about aligning times and dates and making sure everybody's available. Same thing, making sure everybody's available and stuff, and it's just a pain in the fucking arse, to be honest with you. But without going over it, when you've been bitten several times by the same dog, sometimes you've got to get rid of the dog. And when, in mine and Jason's case, when you've reached out to various content creators and they say, well, essentially, nope, too busy, nope, too busy, sorry, nope, too busy, it's after a while, I just can't be fat anymore. I cannot be bothered. The mental health video didn't go down well, so you can react by not doing as much of that for a while. I can't even remember why I did it, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, because I was responding to... Wasn't that because I was responding to a comment? If mental health comes up in more of a public debate for some reason, then I guarantee people... What, you mean Mental Health Month? People want to know, because that's only the time when people have got mental health, in 1 month. Forget the rest of the year, just that 1 month. Fucking hell, man. Yes, I'm a cynical bastard. Then I guarantee people want to know what you've got to say. I personally find that kind of content extremely valuable, but the thing is that I'm a 48-year-old with a history of mental health problems, so basically if I like something, you can almost be sure that the masses of new young members that you hope to win over won't like it. I love a good rant, but I think it's because I've been listening for 4 years now, and so I feel like I now know the characters of yourself and Jason. However, for a brand new member who doesn't have that feeling, I think it could be a bit too much. I guess before you plan your content, there's no content planning. That doesn't exist. You could think about how a brand new member might see it. Anyway, sorry if I've been in patronising sob. Really only mean to try and help. And no, I appreciate the comment. Like I say, we value these comments. And like I say, I'm not doing these videos because I'm in desperate need for these types of comments to come through to how to help us and do everything. It's just literally me responding to comments that are responding to something I said. And the one thing I've always said to Jason, which I would argue is that we need to cut back on the streams, especially I always use this as an example, but the AI chat and everything. I think it's just better off just focusing literally on FPL in the streams. And then if required, if the conversation is getting a bit boring, or more specifically, if the conversation takes a natural flow in which we are to discuss AI or whatever, I think at that point it's fine. But certainly if a brand new member of the public, remember we are shadow banned as well, which is frustrating, but if a brand new member of the public comes along and tunes in and just sees a screen of chat and two individuals chatting about AI or whatever, yeah, you are right, they're not going to be interested whatsoever. With a lot of FPL content, let's not piss about here, every single one of you, whether it's you, whether it's me, will tune in to something brand new and go, right, oh, what's his team? Oh, what's his rank? Let's hear what he has to say. And then if you're engaged with that person, you'll stick with it. If you're not engaged with it, right, turn off, next person. It's a savage world. It really is an absolute savage world. David Parkinson saying, you are Carl Pilkington. Many of us enjoy what you do. It's funny, keep it up. Talking about Carl Pilkington, whether you're aware or not, he does a Sky Broadband advert on for the radio. It's fucking awful. It's like the company have gone, oh, you like moaning, don't you? Right, then here's a script. Can you just moan about these things we're talking about? It just comes across so fake. I can't stand it. Money for old rope. Listen to you. He's having a go. I don't care if I have to advertise the latest pirate wear. Who wants to listen to that anyway? So, on members chat on Discord, Cal was making a point here about whatchamacallit. I can't remember what it was about now, but Oh, he just put, do we need to give Steve-O some more suggestions regarding something to talk about? And I just wrote a sarcastic comment saying, if it's about how to lose subs, we don't need any advice. But he says it depends on what direction you want to take the channel. You can either pander to a wider audience with short recommendation videos, or go as you are and accept that it may take time to build the audience. Most common FPL content creators go along with who's done well, thoughts going ahead to the next game week, looking further, who to pick for, which to pick, whether it's defender, midfield or forward, team selection, and then throw a green screen on in the back, and you are now everybody else. And you are, like I said, you are completely right, but my frustrations come from the fact that our own audience choose not to, shall we say, I always keep saying this, just talk about our stuff. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute like you have to go out your way and retweet the fact that we're live or whatever, but the fact that when we're live we barely get anybody commenting, which is true, we just get, so like I say, if we've got an average audience of 60, of that 60 you've got the same 7 people commenting, that's it, and then that's all we're looking at. When it comes to the comments after a video, after a stream, it's 0, apart from a generic one from me, which is, you know, and I generally mean it, thanks everybody for tuning in and anybody that's watching on the replay or whatever, but we get none of that. When it comes to Twitter and everything or whatnot, we get no engagement at all. Now don't get me wrong, I don't particularly go on Twitter from an Elite FPL point of view, but from the total Steve-O point of view, I'm on there quite regularly, and again, no one even interacts with me on that. It's just a very, 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 very strange circumstance to be in when someone like me is happy to, you know, have a laugh about the fact that I'm wearing an FPL juice top, which was sent in kindly by James, you know, and I'll happily tweet about it and stuff. But here's the irony, is it just gives, and I don't mean this in a horrible way, but it just gives attention to them. It's got nothing to do with Elite FPL. And again, I reiterate this point, I appreciate the fact we don't collaborate, and I know for fact that that is the one biggest mistake that me and Jason don't do, is collaborations, and we're idiots for not doing it. But and to be honest, with most content creators, the reason why they grow so quickly is because they collaborate with people. But without wanting to repeat my line, but I will, when you've been knocked back so many times, it gets a bit boring, and you're just like, I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to go through a Twitter exchange of messages over days to then find out, yeah, we can't do it after all. Brilliant. Couldn't you have just said that in the first place? But yeah, I think that's the one biggest mistake me and Jason have done, is not, or aren't doing, is we're not collaborating with anybody. I'm also someone who tries to catch the deadline streams for leaks. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everybody, isn't it? I'm new to it this year entirely, but there's a lot of offerings. When I was building my first team, the longer discussion videos, etc. were great. Now I look for more leaks, perhaps a look at the XPG, etc., and go more with instincts and the casual chats I've seen over the week. I think if you want to hit the higher numbers, you need to go with the flow to an extent, if that's what you aim for. Again, we've already discussed that. The super chat point you made is valid, but also shows people throw money to get answers to questions from someone. Again, you can apply to anything. There are people out there that are willing to throw money at anything. You just have to look at OnlyFans. Don't get me wrong, 99.9% of OnlyFans creators barely make $100 a month. Selling their soul for what? Ooh, I got $100 for putting out hundreds of videos of myself and everything. But anyway, that's a total Steve-O conversation. But yeah, there are a lot of people that you look at Mark Goldbridge, Arsenal Fan TV, or any, like I said, any large content creator, the amount of money they're making through super chats alone just to get their comment read out, it's just fucking insane. Whereas, like I always say regarding SoCal, who reminds me of this channel actually, it's really weird. Like he's somebody that's losing viewers. It's really weird. Like he's really good at Warzone, really good. I mean, I don't really watch his stuff, ironically, these days because I just don't have the time. But I will tune in if he's live just to have it on in the background while I'm doing some road rage videos. Fucking hell. Maybe I should do a shitty video about the comments I get on my road rage videos. Jesus, it makes the FPL community look normal. But yeah, SoCal gets lots of super chats though, because people are actually really wanting to support him, and he gets, like with Elite FPL, the community involved, yet ironically his subs go down, his viewers go down. Like he was averaging like 500 viewers per stream. Now it's down to like 300. It's very, very odd. Very odd. It's, like I said, it's not just, it happens to a lot of channels, unfortunately. It's why, anyway, he continues, it's why I try to respond to where possible in the Rate My Team bit. That's in Discord. People want that. I know I did. You could rate the fantasy football scout picks, for example. Forget it. Throw some data and incorporate your score predictions. Go on. Throw some future fixture difficulties in. I think that sort of, again, this is things that me and Jason should be talking about on stream, as in like in our own way, not just look at the XG and the looking at the data and stuff. I'd rather be more talking about in our own working class way. People are being so short-termerisms with transfers and causing the prices to go bonkers, forgetting that 2 game weeks later that they have ridiculous fixtures, injury news as well. I've held Botman since week 4. Haven't really needed him. Price is steady, may drop, but it'll soon jump again. Why waste a transfer? Jump? He's injured, mate. He'll be Lascelles. Instead, everyone's throwing Udogie out for having a rest. Oh yeah, it's just, I know. He continues, I'm still ahead of Andy Let's Talk FPL, and it's my first season, and I only played because my students wanted me to. I'm not the biggest football fan, my brother is more so I just look for content to help educate and give me some data. And this is the thing, when it comes to brand new starters, you're doing what brand new starters do. Probably the same for me and Sky. I'm just going for the most basic, simplest data, picking the best players from each team, and it's done. It's probably the best way to play fantasy football, to be honest with you. Who's the top, like we went through yesterday, who's the top 5 defenders? Right, let's have 3 of them. Who's the top 5 midfielders? Let's have 4 of them. And who's the best strikers? Let's have 3 of them. Done. And you'll probably end up at about 100, 200,000, to be completely frank, and just stick the captaincy on Haaland or Salah, and that's it, done. Never have to look at your team again. But then by year 2, it's like, it gets to the point where, I had a good season last year, and then it's just like the over-analysing of statistics and everything. It just goes on and on and on. And then we've got a live comment here. In fact, they're still typing. I don't know who this is because my Discord doesn't allow me to see their actual name for some bizarre reason. Who is this? It just says A. Brilliant. Well, anyway, they're saying here, I guess it would be hard to decipher why your numbers are dropping because those giving feedback are the ones still watching and contributing to the community. Again, without going over the same subject matter, a lot of it comes down to the engagement on the videos, whether it's live or the comments afterwards. That's all it is, really. Obviously, there are many, many other factors that Cal's addressed, and I think it's something that me and Jason need to chat about, and certainly concentrate, especially the live stuff, concentrate more on the FPL side of things. And then finally, John Harris is saying here about this is regarding Mark Southern's video. I don't know if anybody saw it last night. He did a video walking. I don't quite understand what it was. It was walking to collect his kids or something, and then he went to the park afterwards and just did a 13-minute video. It looked familiar. Let's just put it like that. Brilliant editing, by the way. Yeah, take it as a compliment. Mark Southern's imitating Steve. Again, I think it's just pure coincidence rather than him seeing a video that I've done, which basically gets next to no viewers, and then going, "Oh, that'll help Black Box. That's a good idea." No, very, very, very unlikely. The true Elite FPL fans will always appreciate where the original FPL content came from, and I think, yeah, like I said, a lot of the views are mainly about, you know, focusing on, well, FPL and the community, which I think that predominantly we do. Let's not beat about the bush here, but anyway, I was waiting for this A to continue writing in the thing, but unfortunately they're taking a very long time to type. All I can see is in front of me is that this person is just typing. They could be typing anything. It could be quite insightful, so maybe I could stay on live for a bit longer. But no, like I say, I think that like Mr. Reed said to me once, these videos are almost like therapy. It's just you getting your thought processes out there, and it isn't to the public view of 600 people. Oh, for God's sake. Come on, A, finish what you're saying so I can just read it out. But unfortunately, they're not. They're taking forever. I'm going to get out of here. Cheers all for watching. See you later.